Hi Year One. So we're carrying on with our figure drawing series. Last week we did a boy. This week we're going to do a little girl, and it's the same technique that we need to use, which is do some shapes first. So I've got my pencil, I've got an eraser, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my circle, kind of more of an oval really, at the top of the page. So there's my first shape. Now I'm going to do a trapezium again, but this time I'm going to make my trapezium larger on the top, so wider on the top and narrower at the bottom. So here's my trapezium. Okay, and now I'm going to do kind of a trapezium again. This time it's going to be wider at the bottom. But the bottom, instead of going straight across, I'm going to turn it into a kind of a smiley face or a smiley mouth shape. So it's got a curve to it. And then I'm going to do, same as I did last time, some lines coming out of the bottom to represent the legs. Now, let's do the feet again. So it's the same technique we used last time. So you do something that looks a bit like a smile on the bottom. Let's do the same over here, a smile. And then you do a bump to represent the heel. So there's the back of the heel there, back of the heel there. And then you do a slide that comes down like this. Same here, slide that comes down. And then at the end of the slide, you just curl it around and bring it back up to that kind of smiley mouth. Okay, curl it back up and back to there. Okay, I'm going to move up here. This is where we're going to put the arms in. So I'm going to do kind of a slide going down like that. And I'm going to turn it almost into a rectangle that's hidden behind the trapezium. Now this arm I'm going to do slightly differently positioned because this arm's going to be holding up a flower. So that line, it's a slide, but it's a much shallower slide. And I'm going to do a similar angle here. And I'm going to join those together like that. And then I'm going to have the arm come out and then bend up like this, because this is the arm holding something up in the air. And I'm going to do a teeny little line that comes out there. And then I'm going to close the gap between there and that little line, okay? So you can see I've got this part of the wrist that's very narrow, and then I'm going to do something that looks like kind of a snail shell. So it comes up and around like that, and then I'm going to do a curve like that. And this is going to be the part of the hand that's holding the flower. So I'm going to do the stalk coming down there, and then the rest of the stalk coming up there, and then I'm going to do a flower on the end. Now the way I do a flower is I just do a circle, and then I do bumps coming out from the sides of the circles to make the petals. Okay, and let's put a leaf on there. So there's the hand holding that up. And then this arm's just going to be angled downwards. So I'm going to do two lines that narrow to the wrist, and then I'm just going to do a hand on the end. Okay, now I'm going to add a neck. So I'm going to do a line here and a line here for the neck, and then I'm going to turn that into a V shape like this. And then I'm going to do two little bumps that come out there and there. And then I'm going to go up to the neck, and I'm going to join that to the bump there. And I'm going to come up to the neck here and join that to the bump there. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is give this little girl some hair. So I'm going to do a dot right there. So it's about a third of the way down the face. So it's not quite the halfway line. It's slightly above the halfway line. And that's going to make like a little mountain peak in the middle there, okay? And then this is like the side of her hairline. I'm going to do a little oval there and a little oval there. Ooh. And I'm going to add something that looks a bit like maybe a leaf, but they're going to be her bunches, okay? So there we go. So that's the little girl's trapezium, another trapezium with a curve at the bottom, sticks coming out for legs, curves where the bottom of the shoes go, a bent arm holding a flower, a straight arm. We've got the hairline. Now I've got to add the facial details, okay? So the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do a circle, another circle, and I'm going to give her 2 little bumps for her eyebrows. Then I'm going to give her a smile, and then this is the way I'm going to do the nose. Now I'm not going to do 2 circles because it will make her look like a piggy, but I'm going to do 2 lines and then a little bump that goes over the top of her nose, okay? And that is how you do the outline of your girl. And I'm going to show you a time-lapse video of how you colour her in. All right, thank you.